Sister Dolores Ann O'Dowd. Some of you may have seen Sister Mary O'Connell doing her a presentation of her Jubilee. And happily, I was at that Jubilee. I remember hearing that she was working with the people, the incarcerated people in the holding center. But I remember far more vividly my own reaction, and that was, that's one place you'll never find me. Well, I got to tell you, God has a sense of humor, because within a couple of years, I was running an education program in county jails. And shortly after that, I became the Catholic chaplain at the prison near where I live. And in that time in the prison, it was a great joy to be there. I worked with the women mostly, although it started with men and women. But the women there were very responsive. I wanted them to realize that they had so many gifts and that those gifts needed to be shared, not just with one another, but also with the outside world. That they were still a part of that outside community. And so they developed, as a Catholic community, we developed some ways to do that. And one of them was that one of the women was very interested in recycling. And that was a time when recycling was just beginning to catch on. But she was very interested. And so they did something within the facility to enhance people's awareness of recycling. But they also had very talented women who could knit and crochet. And so they made things that were given to people on the outside. They also made cards, periodically would make cards for the nursing home that was within our outside community. And they enjoyed doing those things because they were sharing their talents and abilities. But they also would collect money. One of them was through a walkathon that they did once a year for many years. And they also would just collect funds from their own meager earnings and decide where to send it on the outside. Well, one day I had received, when I received the funding, I would get a notice that it was there. And I looked at it, and it was not a woman from our community. So I thought, well, somebody made a mistake, and probably, and I better go down and let her know that she can fill out the forms that can get the funding to go where she needed and wanted it to go. So I went down to talk to her, and she said, oh, no, definitely. I really did want it to go there, because the funds that we get together from our group generally stay right here, and I wanted it to go outside. And so I was very joyful knowing that the women not only had done their own giving to the outside, but had made it possible for other people to do that, for other women in the community, in the larger community. So they were expanding their community as well. So I would remind you of the joy that I had in being a part of that community, but the joy of my ministries, many that they have been, the challenges that have come with all of them. I hope I have been able to deal with those. And in all of it, there have been so many blessings. So as we look to the future, I look to the people who are coming up, and I see in them a very real ability to be inclusive. And I think that's a gift that they have, along with many other gifts. And I hope that they will use those gifts to reach out to the larger community, and also that they will work together with each other's gifts to make the world a place that is truly inclusive of all people. And I hope that they will rise to the challenge of their day and that their blessings will be many.